Hello. In this video, we are going to write a small bit of JavaScript code that calculates the sum of the even values in a list. What's the bigger idea here that we're trying to explore? We want to explore a code form that consists of a single loop with a conditional statement inside. This is a great goal as a beginning programmer of trying to tackle problems that require some loop with one conditional statement inside. And so our solution is going to consist of a loop with an if statement inside the loop. So let's make sure we understand what the problem's asking. Given a list, we want to find the sum of only the even values. So we can see that the even values here are 4 and 10, so the sum would be 14. I'm going to take this code and I'm going to copy it and I'm going to run it. And the way we run JavaScript code really quickly is we simply go to our browser and we paste the code and press enter. And we see that we print out the sum of the even values, which is 14. Let's go back and make sure we understand this. So we have our list. We declare our variable sum and set it to 0. And then what we need to do is we need to look at each element in sequence. And to do that, we use this wonderful standard loop structure, which is right here. So we know that the indexes will start at 0, so we're going to set our count to 0, which is I, and we want to loop as long as I is less than the list.length, and notice that we're having the computer calculate the length of the list for us, and then each time we want to increase by 1. So if we come back here, just to make sure you understand this, if I write this out, I'm going to set my list is equal to 4, 7, 9, 10, and 11. So we have a list with 5 elements. So if I say for I equals 0, I is less than list.length, I is equal to I plus 1, and I'm just going to console.log I. And notice how I get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which turns out to be the indexes of that list. And that's why we talk about this loop structure as being a standard loop structure to look at each element in a list. So let's go back to our code. And so here's our if statement. And this is a big idea. Check if a number is even. So what do? So each time I go through, I'm going to enter the loop and I'm going to say list at I. So I'm going to get one of the values from the list. And we're going to mod by 2. So remember, mod gives the remainder. And the idea is that even values, when divided by 2, have a remainder of 0. So we say if list at I mod 2 is equivalent to 0, and if this is true, we enter the loop and we say the sum is the sum plus list at I. And then we print it out. And this is the code to find the sum of the even values in a list. I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.